Dr. Dan Yachter here of Elevation Health. I want to talk with you regarding retention. In Elevation Health, we're very big into not only bringing new patients in, every life counts. People in the community need our message, they need our healing, they need really to understand how to live an above, down, inside out life according to God's laws of life, health, and healing. Without our message, there's no hope. Without removing interference, lifestyle interference, there's really no hope for them to be well, to have any quality of life. They need our message. It's a matter of life and death. And as they come in, really in Elevation Health, what we're more concerned about is that they stay. The only way we can really transform their lives through our message is the application of it, and it's done year after year after year. So in regards to retention, really, if the patient values, first of all, as they're coming through, there's perceived value, but then there's achieved value. If there's value there, value drives retention. And then, of course, what drives retention or what drives value? Well, it's education, it's information, it's knowledge. It's an orientation as to the power of what we do, our message. It's helping them grow in their understanding of the principle, the philosophical tenets of chiropractic. We believe very strongly in the philosophical tenets of chiropractic, the foundational tenets of chiropractic in Elevation Health. So again, it's education driving value and value driving retention or long-term commitment to the chiropractic lifestyle, to staying in our Elevation Health offices. If they stay, they continue to come to workshops, they learn, they grow, they live, they achieve and receive a better quality of life, everything gets better. One of the things that we've heard in the past is that, isn't it difficult? How do you get patients to come? For example, in our office in Elevation Health, we have something called a re-sign or a retention class, a workshop that they actually come back to, a 25, 30-minute workshop or class that they come back to every single year that are under care. I know in my office and all the Elevation Health offices where we're doing this, we have patients going on their 14th year of care in my office, and they're going through this class every year. And it's not laborious. It's not like, well, how do you get people to come to a class? They actually want to. They enjoy it. They're appreciative of the fact that you're providing them with re-education. You're helping them understand the changes, the new developments in the office, the new direction, all of the things that your office has to offer. And again, they're kind of re-indoctrinated. They're re-dipped in the culture. They're re-invited to workshops. They're re-invited to events. And they really appreciate understanding what's going on. They appreciate that reorientation. They appreciate being kept in tune and touch with what the office is doing. Now, I'll tell you, the way not to retain, that certainly is an important discussion to have, and I'll just tell you very quickly. One way to destroy your retention long-term, maybe short-term it may appear to work, but long-term is kind of like just setting your patients in motion, thinking like, I'll fix my fee, kind of like a Bally's model, where you lock the fee in and you create lifetime patients. Well, it worked really, really well for Bally. As far as I know, for Bally's, pretty much all of their gyms are out of business. And so it doesn't really work like a lifetime fee or just setting it and just running their credit card every month and providing really no additional education in the way of a required re-sign or retention class. So locking your fee in, by the way, just allowing them to have the same fee for the rest of their lives, doesn't do it either. In fact, raising your fees year after year actually increases retention, increases value. Even keeping your fee at the same level will not keep people in your practice. It never really has worked, and it never will work. And also not forcing them to come to re-education. Well, if I just don't bother them, they'll just stay in my practice. And that's not true either. Long-term, that is shown not to work. And so in Elevation Health, we believe very strongly in that continued education process, again called our retention class, our Elevation Health retention, year after year wellness retention class that we have them come to 25, 30 minutes twice per week. And does it take a little extra work? A lot of people say, well, it may sound like a little extra. It sounds like work. Well, you know what? In Elevation Health, we strive for greatness because every life counts. We're saving lives, for goodness sake. So we have to be the best. We have to be better than the rest. We have to be, really, we have to have a standard that's higher. So yeah, a little extra work, but in the long run, the long term, you're saving more lives, you're educating your community, and you're really building stronger communities for the future. So it's really not that much work. You're just dedicating a little extra time during the week. Now at the re-sign workshop or that class, a retention class, there's a few things that we hit, and of course, we have our upcoming workshop at our upcoming seminar in Dallas that's going to really describe more of this, the power behind this class. It's really the most powerful thing that's out there because our Elevation Health doctors year over year, year after year, have achieved over a 90% retention rate. And here's the first concept in that retention class. Number one, just like Socrates said many, many years ago, eons of time ago, he said, an unexamined life is not worth living. So he developed, of course, the Socratic method, which is asking questions to get the mind engaged. So the first question we ask them is, why are you coming here? Just ask the patient after 14 years, every year asking that question, why are you coming here? So we're asking them questions. The Socratic method, they go through that every year to be reminded, for them to remind themselves why they're coming to you, why they've chosen an Elevation Health chiropractic lifestyle. The second thing we do is remind them of the superiority of the nerve system. That liberating nerve interference, removing nerve interference on a regular basis is the most powerful thing they can do for optimizing health expression and really releasing not only optimal healing potential, but also life potential, especially for the children, optimal genetic expression, all of the wonderful things that chiropractic care can do. Reiki and massage and acupuncture and Pilates and Zumba and yoga and nutrition and essential oils and physical therapy, none of that can take the place of the power of the application of a chiropractic adjustment. And of course, the third thing we're doing there is we're re-educating them in the way of all the events that are going on, re-inviting them to the Dinner with the Doc event, the workshops. So many great things are happening. And again, we want you to learn this powerful process, this procedure that we utilize in Elevation Health offices to build the largest, the strongest, most profitable offices in the world, in the profession, but more importantly, the ones that are having the greatest impact on the lives of the families of their community. So please join us. Go ahead and click on the link right below the video. It'll tell you more about the upcoming seminar, the Elevation Health Seminar in Dallas on June 13th and 14th. It's going to be spectacular, life-transforming, and practice-transforming. See you there. Dr. Dan Yachter signing off on behalf of all Elevation Health doctors. God bless.